let's go deeper on your product.
Yeah. So this is funny. You're not going to believe me, but I swear to God it's true. We have never publicly shown this before today.
Okay, this is really sick.
And the cool thing is, this solves the problem of like having a bunch of different expensive custom software-defined radios for different things.
Jonathan Dandrow is the CEO of Radenso and Strikeman, where he drives innovation in advanced radar detection systems and at-home dry-fire training technology, pushing the limits of safety, precision, and performance for drivers and firearms enthusiasts alike.
This particular product hasn't launched yet.
Yeah.
We're one of the Xilinx's like top 15 customers in the Midwest. And it hasn't launched yet just because of the consumer side. So it's a super interesting business model of continual improvement, continue driving costs down. And I want to build attributably priced systems that deliver advanced capabilities that help people understand the spectrum better.
I don't know where this all ends. Like,
I'll tell you how it ends. Like, if it doesn't change, we will lose. You can't deny that China is moving faster than us right now in a lot of ways. If I could have one capability for manufacturing for America get better, it would actually be
what the fuck do you do?
I ask myself that question every day.
Yeah?
Yeah. No, so actually...
I mean, what does anyone do, really?
I know. I think the best way to describe it is that I'm a dual-use SMR expert. I'm just kidding.
Oh, dude, I love that. We do like some sound, like sensation shit.
I mean, not the nuclear reactor.
Oh.
Actually. Yeah.
You know I love SMRs.
That's why I said it.
I know. You're a fan of the pod. I think SMRs might make it.
I'm not a subject matter expert. It's like an interesting thing to me, but I just said it to trigger you, to be honest.
You know how to get me going. I'm riled up. Now I'm amped right now. I got this hot coffee that Nicole made me. Oh my God. It's so hot. Like literally going to burn my tongue. No, SMRs. Okay, here's my thing. I'm going to go on to now we're talking about it. I think that they might make it because we're going to force it. You know, like humans are going to force it to happen. Like fetch is not a thing. Make fetch a thing, you know, like the Mean Girls shit. They're doing that with SMRs. They're going to just make it a thing.
Well, it was interesting to the point you made on the last podcast, which was like, why not just build a larger reactor at that point? But
yeah, I mean, I want them, but like just the public perception is so horrible that they don't do it. And there's no willpower in our government for it. And so it's just like, what are we doing?
It's interesting to me because I forget, might have also been on the last podcast, but you made a point, which is it's not a good reason to build something kind of just because. Like you have to have a reason and a need to build something. And going back to what I do, I'm trying to build something that actually matters in the sensing space. But we actually started as a consumer company making radar detectors.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, whoa. Consumer company. Yep. So you're dual use.
Your favorite word?
I hate you.
I know.
Because you're actually better than me now. Damn.
I don't know about that.
No, dual use is so much easier. Like,
but how much of it is just a buzzword, right? Like I see it.
Well, you can sell it to commercial. And so like, I can't sell my shit to commercial. What am I doing? I like it. So talk for the listeners. Just take a step back. Like, tell me about it.
Yeah. So I kind of got into the defense space accidentally.
Which all best companies do.
Yeah. I was in music school trying to be a pianist when I had a cousin who lived in DC bitch about the automated speeding tickets.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, those cameras, right? That you speed, they send you the tickets in the mail.
Yeah.
So I was like, I could hack something together that could like jam those or stop you from getting tickets. And I created a product called a no photo. And I was like 20, like 21 or something. I don't know.
How long ago was this?
This was when I was in college. So it would have been 2010 maybe.
Okay, so you're old.
Like I'm ancient. I'm 36.
Oh, you're dead.
Yeah. I mean, I should just stop now, honestly.
Done. You're not a Gundo kid.
No.
Okay, keep going.
But yeah, so I hacked together this license plate frame that had a flash inside, and it would sense the infrared or actual real flash from their cameras, and we would just fire back and overexpose the camera. So it was not illegal.
Well, that's actually a really good idea.
It's not illegal because you're not covering,
of course not,
the plate frame, and a lot of
tasteful.
Exactly. So you get it.
So you like got rich on this?
No, we're a hardware company. We don't get rich, right?
Yeah. Who makes money in this?
Yeah.
No one.
We just do it for fun, I think.
Okay, so you did that, and then what?
Yeah, so I brought that to market, did a little bit of, I just did like an Indiegogo or something. It was like 30 grand. It wasn't a lot.
Yeah.
But that got a lot of attention. It was really hot at the time. And an investor found me, funded the company, brought it to market, delivered on it. And the tech worked great, but we had a lot of like water problems, manufacturability problems. So we ended up licensing it off to a big company, which also had this exact same problem.
Licensing it off to a big company. That sounds so busted.
It can be good and bad. It's good because you think it's going to be a lot of money really easy, and then you have to actually deal with
The big company.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, okay, wait. Actually, before we go into that, can you pull up Ruthie? And we don't have Jack here today. We have Ruthie. I think she's going to be better than Jack, though. Jack can't type that fast. 1999 Pontiac Gold Pontiac Grand Prix. So I have the record, just so you know, for the most parking tickets in DC in
Really?
DC history. Definitely. No doubt that I definitely have more parking tickets than any human known to man in DC. I would always hit the speed traps on 16th Street. Get tickets all the time. And always in my neighborhood, get tickets in DuPont Circle. And so I want to show my car. Wait, can we get up? We got it. Oh, yes. Here it is. This is my car right here. How cool is that? This is actually a really terrible car, to be clear.
It's better than what did I have for my first car? It was a busted purple Chrysler Cirrus. It was worse than that, to be honest.
I mean, okay, I had a gold interior too.
Okay.
So Trump would have loved it. It's gold, with the gold plates, the gold exterior.
It's the greatest car ever, the greatest interior ever. Yeah.
So this is a real story in DC. My car got broken into 2 times. Both times, windows bashed. They stole the Garmin. You know a Garmin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a Garmin. They were taking the Garmin. Garmin suck. Okay, so I was like, what? I got to stop like having Garmins in here. They're just going to keep stealing it. But then one day I walked out to my car and I was living on T Street at the time, like the U Street area, if you're not familiar with the DC area, U Street corridor. It used to be a hip spot.
Yeah.
And there was a note on my car and it was like, hey, I want this for my fleet of dealers.
Huh.
I want to buy this car from you. I'll buy it for 12 grand. First of all, the car is not worth 12 grand, but he wanted it for his drug dealer fleet. That's crazy because it is like a drug dealer car. I mean, it looks like it, and he needed it. So I actually ended up selling to that guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good outcome.
Yeah, I mean, well, I lost like a bunch of Garmins and totally paying on the window bash in. This is a really deep cut. Listeners,
but that's CapEx though. Yeah, it's not in your P&L. You that's a good outcome.
This is when I was in the Navy, so I needed some money, anyway.
Yeah.
So it's great. So yeah, I mean, there it is, gold cognac. This is something I never told anyone this before.
I feel like I'm intimate with you now,
dude. I mean, what are you doing tonight?
Happy hour.
So you're at Fed Supernova here, right?
Correct.
Fed Supernova. I was always like trying to come up with something clever. I couldn't come up with something clever. Of like, oh, I mean, like, I hope the feds get hit by a fucking supernova. That's all I could come up with. I'm like, that's what I think the event is about.
I was like, why? I was trying to figure out this morning, why did they name it that?
I think they think it's badass.
Just cool.
I don't know. It's the government, bro.
Yeah.
Everything they do is like not that cool, but they're trying to make it pop.
Yeah, but here I am like, oh, that's not that cool. Like, please give me money for it, right? Like, that's the whole
Yeah, dude. We're just out here. It's like, oh my god, can I get a contract for like almost anything? Okay, you
got to neg them, right? Like that's how.
No, this is actually funny. You're gonna like this because I've kind of revised my strategy of getting government contracts because it's like pretty much impossible. Like they're just very slow. I mean, we've got a few and we're doing well.
Yeah,
but it takes forever. So I did this. I don't know if you do this, but I go to them and I'm like, hey, can you just give me a letter that says you're going to give me a contract? And they do it. I swear to God. They're like, yeah, of course, Steve. We'll hook you up. How crazy is that? And then I put it in the data room and I'm like, yeah, investor, this is as good as a contract. This says they're going to give me a contract. I'm telling you, it's like the game. There's actually, I don't know if Ruthie, there's a Saronic post on this today. Can you pull up like the Saronic's LinkedIn page? Saronic actually did this same thing. So like, it's not just me. I'm not just.
Oh no, I'm well aware. Yeah.
There's a great Saronic post from this morning. I was like scrolling LinkedIn this morning and I was like, oh my God, Saronic's doing what I do. I was like, Vib and Dino I thought I invented this, but no, they all do it. We need to go to like Saronic LinkedIn. Wow, they are worse than Jack.
It's like the crazy thing for me about this space. Like coming from the consumer world, if your product sucks or it doesn't exist, like you're screwed.
Yeah.
And it's interesting here learning how defense works, where like I'm still approaching it with that mindset.
Yeah.
But it seems like people don't care sometimes almost. It's weird.
Yeah. I mean, it's just really difficult. I want to go deeper into, okay, so can you scroll down? Like, let's go down. Not that one. Oh, you have to sign in. Oh, you guys sign in. While you guys sign in and figure it out, let's go deeper on your product.
Yeah.
So dual use, but what's the DoD impact? Like, what are you doing?
So I think the best way to answer that is to tell you like who started reaching out to us.
Yeah, that's good. That's perfect.
Yeah. So we were making a next generation radar detector, which was using traditional DSP with AI on edge to do signal discrimination. So the big problem in the radar detector space is that they false alert constantly. Like there's radar everywhere. It's on all the cars, the blind spots, the door openers. So like no one's going to listen to a radar detector if it just beeps all the time. You just want to throw it out the window. Yeah. So whoever wins that is a monopoly on the space, right? And
monopoly is good.
It's good if you're the guy who has it, I guess, right? So it's interesting to me because it's not like $1 billion market, but it's a $250 million, and if you're the only player that owns it, like that's a nice little business, right?
Yeah.
So, we developed that technology, and we actually own the patent now for using machine learning on radar detectors for discrimination. And we're doing marketing videos, like podcasts, like just explaining while we were doing it how our engineers worked. So then my phone starts ringing. And Spectrum Access administrators want it. Prime contractors and want like handheld go no go checks for like flight radars, a whole bunch of different things. And that's when I realized that like we needed to start targeting this niche specifically, but we had to redo our products to do it and make them modular. So long story short, we developed a modular signals intelligence platform that could be used for not just radar detectors or
with a modular platform.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
super modular.
Oh, it's real hardware. That's the thing. Like it's something you hold in your hand.
Actually, no. Can you see a picture?
I can show you. I actually have a.
You have it? Oh, sick.
Well, I have like a busted up.
I mean, good enough. Like just pop it up.
I think you got it actually. But
hell yeah.
The inside.
Oh, here we go. Was it PCB?
This is the inside of it. Yeah. So
I like this is the electro. What's that for?
This is the Gen 1 prototype. So you can put your own receivers on here for different bands of interest, and then it's like a Game Boy. You just pop in your different RF front end or LiDAR sensor
right here.
To the other side. Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, this is really sick.
And the cool thing is, this solves the problem of like having a bunch of different expensive custom software-defined radios for different things. So if you want this to be CUAS, you just pop in your little, 0 to 6 gigahertz receiver that's optimized for the specific areas of interest. And it's got a screen, it's got USB, it's got storage.
So you have a real product.
Yes, we started in consumer.
I mean, you're like N of one in a defense company.
So, explain this to me. Like, how does this? So we had a meeting with.
It's really awesome, bro. N of one.
I don't know who I don't remember who the meeting was with, but it was with the AFRL and AFWorks.
Oh yeah.
And we showed up and we put this on the table, and they were like, "What is that?" I'm like, "Well, it's a product." And they were like, "It's a product?" I'm like, "Yeah."
You blew their mind.
It was so interesting because I was just there to learn about like SIBRs and stuff, and they're like, "Why are you looking at phase 1? You have a product."
Most people that come to them are like building a boat that doesn't sail.
Well, it's just So it's this weird thing where honestly, I don't really know shit about the defense industry. We hired Beacon Global Solutions to help advise us. We have some really good people giving me advice, but I approached this from here's the problem space I need to solve, even for our own stuff, build something, and I think that's why our phone started ringing.
Okay, so each one of these, what does this do?
So that's a test card.
Okay.
The problem with radios in general is that the compute is usually married to the receiver.
Yeah.
Crazy expensive, man. Like this $50,000, $60,000, $100,000 for radios. So for a consumer company, that didn't make sense.
What's this one right here, this chip?
The USB hub.
Oh, this one? This little like...
Yep.
What's the main processing unit on this chip?
That's the magic. That is
Where is it?
it's the one in the
20
middle there.
the 20877 or
No, it's
this thing?
Yeah, that guy right there.
Oh, wow.
So that's a Xilinx UltraScale Plus FPGA. And that is a quad-core ARM processor.
Wait, well, hold on. You're using FPGAs? Wow.
Yep.
Not many people use FPGAs. You know that, right?
I know. We're a very fucking weird company.
That's field programmable gate array.
Damn. Look at
Is that
you.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I used to be a double E,
Yeah.
but I'm not good at it. Okay, cool.
So that's
it's
not
FPGA.
just an FPGA, but that particular one from Xilinx, who, if I give a shout out, Xilinx is an
No, Xilinx is
awesome
sick.
partner.
Xilinx is an amazing.
We get amazing support.
You know, in the nuclear navy, we use a lot of Xilinx.
I bet you do. Yeah. I didn't know that, but it makes sense
Mm.
given what FPGAs are good at.
Yeah, no, yeah, we do. Our DSP card.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So this was the test card. What's that one?
So this is one of the receivers that we designed for
Whoa,
consumer
bro,
products.
this is nuts.
So obviously the plastic on top is for show. It'd be real metal in the device, but that is a 23 to 36 gigahertz dual path receiver. So directional capabilities.
What's the bandwidth again? Say it again.
That sweeps from 23.5 to about 36 gigahertz.
And is that a good range?
Yeah, it's very high. Now that's higher than drones.
Yeah.
So for drones, we receive baseband directly with the 9361 software-defined radio, which is the same thing that's in like the Edis and the Epic
And
software-defined
this plugs
radios.
into the motherboard here. This is the
So
motherboard.
this is our concept. Yeah. So basically, we'll take those. That doesn't plug in directly. That's one from our consumer products,
Okay.
but we copy and paste those onto the cartridges. So what we do is our whole business model is to come out with a line of 1 million of those form factor cartridges for different frequencies, for different applications. So if you're somebody in the field, you can have this little Pelican case. And if the question is, what frequency do you want to receive? Bro, just pop in the Game Boy cartridge. And now you have a CUAS specific device.
Can I have some money? What?
Can I have some money?
No, I need this.
Yeah.
I need some money. Bro, you're crushing it.
Well, I mean, it's
Give me
this. It's interested. Like, so this is funny. You're not going to believe me, but I swear to God, it's true. We have never publicly shown this before today
What?
on your podcast.
Oh, this is a big launch
So
right here.
I didn't plan it like that. I just didn't get the website down.
By the way, just to be clear, I was telling my friend Pat Blumenthal came on the other day.
Yeah, I watched that one.
Yeah, Pat. So you like, yeah, dude, do you like the vector coverage?
Yeah.
Dude, run with us to jail. Okay, I was telling him we don't actually like break news. You know, this is a kind of breaking news though.
I didn't plan it that way.
We don't break
It
news.
is- It is true.
We commentate.
Yeah.
We're tastemakers. But this is actually cool. We're actually breaking news here.
Technically.
But that's against my
which I didn't tell my team.
that's going against
So-
my paradigm though. Like I don't break news, bro. I commentate. So could we just tell
I'll
lie?
leave
Just,
them.
no, just lie. Just say like you told someone else earlier.
Well, I mean, like investors know.
Okay, good,
Like
perfect.
the government knows, but you know, we haven't. Literally, we unveiled the website like an hour ago.
Oh, awesome. Okay, great. So like we're commentators, yeah. You and me, armchair quarterbacks, Monday morning quarterback. You know, that's more the vibe.
Sure.
But this is, by the way, serious note. This all looks very legit. And so for the consumer market, what problem are you solving in the consumer market? Like just to be like, I kind of missed that point.
So, in order to do radar discrimination, solve the false alert problem in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
radar detector space, you can't do it with the hardware in most radar detectors.
Okay.
The reason that it hasn't been done before is because it makes no economic sense to put ultra scale FPGAs and analog devices chips in a radar detector that
Yeah.
has to sell for $500 or $1,000. So how could I solve that while also having it make economic sense to investors and me? Is you need a bigger total addressable market. But once a signal is ones and zeros,
Yeah.
right, it doesn't like an FPGA doesn't care whether it was a radar signal, whether it was an audio signal, whether it was a cell phone signal.
Mm-hmm.
The IP that we've developed to do that discrimination works the same way. So that was the whole concept behind the modular receiver, which is, okay, if everything's married together as a radar detector, your market's too small. But if you modularize it,
Yeah.
then your total addressable market is all of sensing.
Interesting.
And-
Where's your company based?
Cincinnati.
Oh, the great city of Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Did you ever go to Tokyo Kitty?
I have been there. Yeah.
Yeah.
When were you in Cincy last?
Well, Jacob, my friend, owns that bar. I went to his wedding.
Shit.
I went to his wedding.
That's awesome.
They also own like a weird steakhouse called the Lonely Pine, I think.
I haven't been to Lonely Pine, but some of my team members have.
Oh, bro. Okay, you've been to Lonely Pine. What the fuck?
I know.
No. Okay. So, and they own what else do they own? I'll have to think of a couple. But anyway, so Jacob and Katie, I went to their wedding. They're great people. They had the original Bebot.
No way.
The original Bebot was at Tokyo Kitty.
I was wondering what, because I heard.
Because it's a Japanese karaoke bar, so it's really
mentioned-
kitschy. It's
yeah,
kitschy.
you
And so they had like the
Cincinnati
robots.
did it, yeah.
And when DoorDash bought the company, they were like, "Can you literally get rid of these fucking robots? We don't want this on our books."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you about these." So then we like bought them back from DoorDash. Bought the IP back from DoorDash for like $1.
Yeah.
Because they literally just desperately wanted this off their books. They didn't want the liability of like weird robots at Tokyo Kitty in Cincinnati, like over people's heads, dropping cocktails on them. And I think that they're still out of commission.
So when you sold that company, I think you told me, or I heard it in one of your podcasts, that you discovered that it wasn't so much the hardware that had the ultimate value, but it was like the software behind it. And like, it's almost like, did you guys like pivot with that?
Well, actually, I got Tokyo Kitty. So I was like, my parents lived in Liberty Township. So it was like north of Cincinnati. So we call this Mommy's Basement, the Mommy's Basement chapter of our lives, where Luke, Allen Control Systems, Luke and I lived in my mom's basement. And we would go down to Tokyo Kitty at night to try to get the robot set up. And then at night we would come home and we would make my mom a cocktail and we'd hang out with her.
Yeah.
Mommy's Basement chapter. Yeah. So anyways, we like got this one bar set up and we were like, oh my God, we're so euphoric. We were like, we're going to be so rich now. Everyone's going to use robot bartenders. Like we're going to crush it. But then I couldn't actually sell a single other one to any other bar in the country.
Yep.
So I was like, okay, I think this business is probably going under. We have nothing. But then we were just like, you know what? The ordering software is pretty good. Why don't we just pivot to that, basically? We like met a couple customers that wanted just the ordering software, not the robot. And we're like, yeah, I'll just do this. But it ended up really killing Luke, like to his soul, because he hated it.
Really?
I liked it because I like restaurant owners and I was like talking to all these restaurant and bar owners and hanging out.
But it wasn't that like technical side
yeah,
of it.
but for him, he was like, anyone can write ordering software. It's like the easiest thing ever. And he would literally crush his soul. And he would like call me crying every other weekend about how he wanted to do like a robotic defense company. And I was like, no, we'll just do this for a couple of years, bro. We're going to just see it through.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't fail a third startup. So let's just do it a little more. And so I like begged him to keep going. He hated it.
Yeah.
But now at Allen Control Systems, he's in his dream job.
That's so cool that you guys managed to kind of re-architect how that worked.
Yeah. No, I mean, honestly, like it was just like, you keep going. You do a business, like, like you have ups and downs.
It's so hard, man. It's
just keep going. You just turn the crank, like, and like, you just hope something works out.
Well, and what I tell people too is like, when I'm hiring people, like I try to think we're a transparent company, and I say like, we're not a $1 billion company. People here, if you're not a high performer, you're going to stick out in a bad way. Like everybody knows. So when I'm talking to people about that, I try to make them understand that this company will move fast enough that you will always feel like you're in a little bit of chaos, no matter what. The difference is that the zeros get bigger on the end, right?
Yeah.
So like the stress level probably isn't going to decrease, because if it does, like you're probably being caught by other people.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's such like a weird paradigm for most people to get used to. But that's why I love talking to other people that have done this before. It's like there are, like even the story that you just said, like I can picture in my mind exactly those points of, I thought I was going to be rich at 20. Here's this, here's that. It's all the same thing.
It's all the same stuff. I mean, it really is. So you're like a tech company in Cincinnati. That's like rare. Not a lot of Cincinnati tech.
So it's interesting.
I like it though. I'm into it.
It's what I will say for fundraising is that not a dollar of my capital has come from the Midwest, which is crazy. It's all come from the coast.
I mean, obviously,
it's such a missed opportunity, man. Like I think people are, I don't know. I shouldn't say this because yes, I think we're going to be a multi-billion-dollar company, but people are so obsessed with trying to get like $20 billion companies that like getting a easier billion-dollar company isn't viewed as a good outcome, and that's why the Midwest has had a lack of venture investment.
No, that makes sense. I mean, the Midwest investors just don't really get the game.
Cincinnati is a big CPG because you got like Kroger there and Procter and Gamble, so they're like,
yes, the great company Kroger.
Like when they're like, well, when are you coming out with like a hamburger cartridge?
What's that Cincinnati grocery store that has like, it's like the famous one, you know? It's like all the things.
Oh, you talk about Jungle Gyms.
Jungle Gyms.
Yeah.
My mom loves Jungle Gyms.
Yeah.
She's always raving about it. And I went there once finally, and I was like, this is stupid.
I mean, I like if you're trying to find really specialized stuff, just go to like an ethnic market. Like you're gonna get better there probably. Yeah,
my mom just is so crazy about Jungle Gyms. She got everything. Jungle Gyms.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it a chain or just one?
I think there's two. I think the guy owns both.
All right. So what brought you to Cincinnati? You just lived there?
No, I went to music school.
Oh, music school. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I was trying to be a classical pianist.
Are you good at it?
Depends who you ask.
Are you like it's like Whiplash with the?
You know, it kind of is like that when you're in school, but
not my tempo.
Yeah, actually, I got kind of pissed because I had I studied with a pretty famous pianist at UC, and we had this master class, which is you play in front of your peers. It's like a practice performance thing. Yeah. And I forget why, but I was mad at him because he didn't let us do something. I don't know. I was being a college kid, and I was on stage, and I was like, I'm not prepared. He's like, play. And I'm like, I'm not prepared. And he's like, play. And I'm like, okay. And I just start like smashing the keys, and he's like, continue. And I'm like, okay.
You're a real dick.
For like 20 minutes, I was just there, and like I remember all the people in the class were like, I'm like, it's not life or death, man. Like, you're gonna be fine.
That's awesome. Hey, did we sign into LinkedIn yet, or do we need Jack here? I'm just kidding with you. I'm just kidding. But basically, they made an announcement today somewhere, and I'll find it later. But it was like, we are announcing that the government intends to work with us. It was awesome.
And that really takes you pretty far.
And this is a company that's worth billions of dollars. And
maybe that's why people believe it. I mean,
well, yeah. I mean, there's like a little bit of momentum game. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've raised some seed money for this, or?
No. So actually, when I had an idea, we're a closely held company. Like our cap table is like 5 or 6 people. Mm-hmm. We have an ultra high net worth individual who's, along with myself, the majority owner of the company. But when we started working on this, we had a sense that,
and he's anonymous.
You can Google him if you find him.
That's fine. I'm just saying, like, he tends to be behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not an operator. Yeah. He's just a good partner of mine, and he's been with me since the original.
Where does his money come from?
He owns a bunch of different businesses. I think like 12 or 13 different ones.
But like daddy's money, or did he start? He's Nepo baby.
He's been very successful himself.
Nice.
He actually used to own Escort Radar. It's like a big radar detector company.
Oh, cool.
He used to own a bunch of different
companies. So you respect it?
I respect him hugely.
Okay, cool, cool.
Well, especially because like one of the things about hardware is it takes a long time.
Yeah, it's annoying.
It takes a long time.
I mean, dude, you're preaching to the choir.
Yeah. So, like, the amount of trust that he gave me to be able to have these extended timelines, and frankly, like, you lose a lot of money during development. So, like, that's one of the things that people are kind of confused. If you Google me, you see that I also am CEO of a company called Strikeman, which is a firearms training company. We bought Strikeman because when we decided to go after this, you have 2 options, right? You can either go out and raise money, but when you raise money externally before your hardware is done, it's going to be at a lower valuation, right?
Yeah, of course.
You're
preaching to the choir again.
Yeah, we could put in more money ourselves, but we knew that like the radar detector engineering business was going to lose money for a couple of years while we built this stuff because you have to hire the capex and salaries. So what we did was we acquired a company that was kind of a mess from like an operational and a financial standpoint, but threw off cash.
Yeah.
Because we had a really good team at Amazon. We had a really good team at Shopify. Like we were selling our radar detector brand ourselves. So we knew how to advertise on Meta. So we bought Strikeman, folded it into our retail expertise, built that brand, doubled the revenue there, and then totally drained it of all the cash to fund the engineering side. So that's how we avoided.
You're like a real businessman.
I mean, again, depends who you talk to, right?
I don't like this.
Yeah. I
That's
don't know if I like it either.
That's not how I build companies. I never made any money.
Well, I don't. If you think about it, making money, as I said, we drained a lot of that to pay for this. I mean, this costs millions and millions and millions of dollars to develop. But I'm at the point now where we're ready to show the world this, and now I'm hoping we make the money.
Can I have some?
Let's talk about it. No.
Yeah, I just want like a piece,
Yeah.
like just a little bit, you know.
No, it's going to be interesting because
Can I have
we just started. We just started. I guess you would call it a Series A, even though
Yeah.
we raised enough money in the past where
Yeah.
it would be more than that.
Do you think like because you're like actually a successful, like you have like a real product and you've done the R&D and you have this and you've like poured revenue from your other business line into this, do you think that like you're trying to get a better valuation that way?
Well, we are, but what I'm seeing is there's two different types of investors, and I need to pick which ones I want to work with. So some of them say, we love the fact it's a dual use company that has multiple revenue channels. And the Strikeman side is actually, it might seem like it doesn't fit, but it does, because Strikeman's a computer vision app.
Mhm.
So it's just another type of sensor fusion. And we're going to be accelerating that with our FPGA platform, putting it in shooting ranges to do live bullet tracking, kind of like Strava for shooting.
Okay.
So to me, like my concept of the business I'm building, forget about brands. It's deployed sensors, compute, the software stack, and then cloud management and decisions. It doesn't matter to me whether that's bullet tracking at a shooting range using cameras, radar detectors in the field, or, a massively deployed ISR and EW system. It's all the same backend. So some investors love that. Other investors say the valuation you're asking for is fine, but we don't want the Strikeman consumer business. Our mandate says our fund is only for defense companies. So if you just make a new entity, we'll write you the check. So we're trying to figure out what we want to do.
That is so stupid.
So I don't understand that because you're losing some of the benefits of the other one. But
I almost don't believe them. I don't believe what they say.
Yeah.
Like they're just saying that. I don't know. I can't. It's like, why do they care about the structure of the entity?
Well, I do understand they want you to be focused. The defense is the biggest. It's the biggest piece of the picture, right? Or I should say. So I do understand that. But
do you say in response to that, okay, send me a term sheet?
That's kind of what I'm saying, and it's like
put it in the term sheet that I'll have a new entity.
Yeah.
Like
it's like, do you if you want to call it a seed round, then like we'll just spin up an.
Oh, here we go. Is this it? Do you think this is it? Oh, no, this is actually awesome. ABS and U.S. Defense Engineering Company, Saronic Technologies, because they have more than one technology, have signed a memorandum of understanding to explore autonomous technologies for maritime applications. The MOU is to explore. It's like, you're already exploring, bro. What are you doing?
So I'll tell you the story.
This is actually amazing. I read this morning when I woke up. And I was like, this is awesome.
It actually, not them specifically, because like I don't know anybody there, but this.
Well, there are neighbors, there are friends. Yeah.
But like this concept, I actually kind of got burned by, maybe it's not fair to say, but a similar mentality where when I started development of this product, I knew that the RF stuff is really hard. Like RF is not the same type of engineering as your basic EE stuff. So I said, okay, it's easier for me to find EEs, and then I'll hire a defense contractor to build me the down converter, the radar receiver.
Mm-hmm.
So I did, and I spent $1 million with them on a receiver, and it never worked. But it was the best thing that ever happened to us, even though it cost me a little bit of equity, right? Had to raise more money. But I remember sitting at our office at 3 a.m. with my lead engineer. Neither of us were RF engineers. And we said, we just need to do it ourselves. We just can't keep relying on outside people for these complex technologies. So that was the night that we decided that we were going to actually build our own, everything that we do. If it's more than a one-off, we do it ourselves. So now we do antenna design ourselves. We do the down converter design ourselves, mechanical, electrical, FPGA, firmware, machine learning. And it's been a journey to get here. But like looking back, I'm so freaking glad because we're not an integrator. We're a full stack provider. And I think that's, as things get more complicated, the people that are going to win are the ones that understand every module in that chain and can produce it. And I already make tens of thousands of products and ship them. So it's interesting for me. I don't know everything about the defense space. Like, you know way more than me about defense, but I have a lot of good things from the consumer world that I think are going to be a pretty good fit.
Yeah, I mean, look, like you're kind of like NVIDIA. I mean, in that they don't need to know anything about defense, but everyone's using their products.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
It's kind of like you.
In a way. And I think, NVIDIA is an interesting company to bring up because I notice a lot of people using Jetsons for everything and like the Orans and everything. Those are amazing.
Thor is coming out.
The naming in this industry is a whole nother thing.
It's so stupid. I mean, we were talking about the Vector Hammer. We watched the episode. Hammering these drones.
I feel like, I don't know, the fact that my company's name isn't like mythical or something.
Why don't you have like some sort of hammer?
Well, it's been done now.
Yeah, I know. You need something like hardcore though.
Well, I'll tell you, we screwed up though with the name because the name of our platform, internally, we were calling it Sample Beast.
Yeah.
Because like when we saw the performance, we were just like, oh my God, this thing like shreds. Like this thing's a fucking beast.
Yeah. So
we called it Sample Beast. And we're like, it'd be really funny to make like defense bros have to say like Sample Beast. But then we found out that there's already a bunch of beast products that the military uses. So
man, and you got Mr. Beast. So
yeah.
Well, yeah. Mr. Beast, I think, is going to go down as like an all-time creep, though. Like, have you seen his eye? Look at his eyes.
His eyes.
Something weird's going on with Mr. Beast, bro. Also, I don't know how Mr. Beast is so popular. His shows all suck. So
there's a lot of guys like that on YouTube. Just like
I did this contest where we like locked people in a room for 90 days. It's like, how does that even get viewed? I don't understand. I think it's all fake.
I mean, it's engineered probably.
Can we pull up some Mr. Beast, like a YouTube video? I want to just any sort of video. I mean, look at this guy. What's his name? Jimmy Donaldson?
I don't remember.
Some Donaldson. First of all, we're all doing it the hard way. Mr. Beast is crushing it. Like,
that's the thing you can't take away from it. It's true.
Guy's killing it. But it doesn't seem like any of the content's any good. I just don't really get. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Wow, this is so stupid.
That's maybe some entrepreneur can get a seed round that way.
Day 100. We are in the zone here. So it's like a fake prison that they go. Like, why is this good? Do you think people like actually tune into this and are like, I'm going to watch this today?
I mean, it's one of those things I'm just like, what am I doing with my life?
I look at this and I'm like, man, I can't believe I'm building a gun turret. Like, it's so much harder.
But that's cool, though.
Yeah, it's cool. It's pretty cool. But like, I do not believe this actually is getting the views it said. Like, or maybe people just click in because they're subscribed.
My question is like, what's the incentive for the prison to allow this? Like,
yeah, I mean,
like imagine some guy shows up to like a federal correctional institute. He's like, I got a great idea. I'm going to bring in a bunch of camera guys and we're going to highlight how great your prison is. Like,
I really wanted to do so. Obviously, my last company was in point of sale industry, like Toast, Square, whatever. And I was trying to convince Luke. I was like, let's pivot into prison point of sale. No one's doing prison POS. That's fully vertically.
Man.
Yeah. And he told me to fuck off, basically. But I was like, bro, come on.
Well, I feel like if you did that 10 years ago, though, or 5 years ago, you could have somehow folded in blockchain and AI. And I mean, you would have been $1 billion.
Yeah, man. I mean, prison POS.
Right? Like,
I had a really good name for it. It's escaping me right now, but I had like a really clever name for it too.
Well, I mean, you'd have a lot of captive customers.
Yeah, like some sort of inmate POS. Like, yeah, they have to use our credit card processing. But I think that where we netted out was that they don't have credit cards in jail, so we couldn't get a cut of the transaction because they have like food stamps basically. They have like they get like allowances.
But who is Yeah, I wouldn't go after that. I'd go after whoever's creating the currency, so to speak, and charge them. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, you're just a true businessman.
Why am I not retired yet then?
I mean, we're all working towards it. I don't know. I don't think you're a kind of guy who's going to retire after you crush it with this.
Yeah, that's what people say.
Yeah,
I'm kind of afraid of that.
Yeah. Were you electrical engineer?
No, just a hobbyist.
But really, this is some hardcore electrical engineering.
I mean, I don't design all that. I have talented engineers that design it.
Is there anyone with you here?
Not an engineer, but I mean, shout out. I have so many good guys. I'd shout out specifically Rob Taylor, Sam Coons, just awesome guys.
There's great double E's on the team. In Cincinnati?
Yeah. It's been a challenge finding them in Cincinnati, to be honest. If we have a senior hardware designer position open, if anybody's listening.
Yeah, senior hardware designer. Run it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's actually really hard. And
also, if you're really good, though, come to ACS.
Well,
I'm front running you.
I'm at a systemic disadvantage here.
I mean, it's my platform.
Yeah, I know.
It's my platform. We're going to beep your part out.
I should have read The Art of War before I came out and planned that better.
You know, oh yeah, The Art of War is that's a great topic.
Oh, hold on.
Nice.
I'll jam your podcast.
No. Nice segue to The Art of War. You know, Sun Tzu, obviously. Everyone should read it because then they can know how war is fought.
Well, now's the time when I can sit around and do what everybody else does, which is pretend that I've studied it extensively and have a very high level conversation with you, where I'm absolutely certain of everything I say.
Yeah. Hey, Ruth, can you ask Chat GPT, go be like, hey, summarize the top 10 points of The Art of War? And Chat will do that. Yeah. So when you read The Art of War, then you feel like you're kind of a badass. You're like, oh no, I get it now. You do what the enemy's not doing.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't read it.
No, I never read it.
So, yeah.
I pretended that I read it. Actually, Luke likes to make fun of me. He's like, stop telling people you read The Art of War. You never read it. Because Luke hates when you misrepresent shit. I was like, no, this is the game, bro.
That's a good quality in a co-founder, though.
He always says the difference between me and Elizabeth Holmes is him.
Damn, that's a good.
And I told him not to slander my girl Liz like that. I'm like, we're doing a Liz get out of jail party.
Yeah,
You want to come?
I shouldn't. It's. I mean, you don't want to say that you understand how it happened, right? Because then people are going to be like,
well, the product team let her down. She had it. It's a great idea.
That's the inherent tension in building something, right?
Yeah, I mean, marketing was just a little ahead of the product.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure she did some shit.
People's lives were at stake too. What's the bad part? Okay, here we go. Let's scroll down a bit. Okay, yeah. All warfare is based on deception. That's actually a good one. Let's stop on that one right there. All warfare is based on deception. Do we agree? I think so.
It's a lot of it. Yeah.
It's so hard to do deception nowadays when everything is televised, you know?
Well, I mean, that's a good question, but it's in the EW space. It's super interesting too. That's one of the biggest questions people keep asking to me. I'm shocked for the level of interest in signal decoys.
Yeah.
When that's perfect for what those cards are. Just literally copy the emitter and put it on there.
Yeah. I agree. All right. Victory without, okay, next. That was dumb. Avoid prolonged warfare. Okay, here we go. Avoid prolonged warfare. This is a great one. So Russia's doing this, obviously.
I would say, yeah, there needs to be a caveat on that one. I would say avoid prolonged warfare unless you are in the position where you will benefit more than your adversary from that.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense just to avoid it for the sake of it, and you don't want to do it. But I mean, doing what we do is a long, protracted thing, and it is warfare in a lot of ways.
Yeah, for sure. Is any of it classified yet, or?
It's not. Some of it, like the card edge interface, we're open sourcing so other people can build, but our FPGA signal processing IP, that is our proprietary.
No patents, right?
On certain things in signal processing, not on the hardware design.
Do you like patents?
I use them a lot. I don't love how the process works.
What do you mean use them a lot?
I patent a lot of things. I have a lot of things pending, but I'm not a fan of the whole.
I've been doing entrepreneurship for 10 years now, and I've never filed a single patent.
I'll tell you about the dumbest thing I got sued for. I got sued for Escort, our radar detector competitor, had a patent literally on using a GPS anywhere related to a radar detector. And I'm like, how do you patent that? It's so
patentable.
It's not
stupid.
Yeah, but are you going to spend $5 million, or are you just going to spend a couple $100,000 and settle, right?
Yeah, my best friend, all-time best friend is a master patent examiner in the USPTO, and
I couldn't do
his
it.
name's Corey, and he's a very dour individual, super dour. I'm always like, dude, you're so dour in the bedroom and just dour in life, whatever. He says that they're trained to basically make sure that the patents they issue are worthless.
Interesting.
Because you don't want to stifle innovation. So like you don't want to give patents
that definitely happens though. It definitely happens.
Yeah, it does. Shark Tank really ruined everything. Because Mr. Wonderful was always like, "You got the patent? Where's the patents?" And like my mom and dad watch it. They're like, "Oh my God, patents must be important."
Do you
because Shark Tank says that we have to have a patent.
I always think Shark Tank ruined like your average person's understanding of building a business though, because whenever I tell people what I do, like I just don't even tell them that like we started the company, because they're like, "Oh, like Shark Tank." And I'm just like, yeah.
I mean, yeah. I think we should both go on Shark Tank.
That'd be funny.
We'll be like, all right, I'm raising $100 million at 1.8 billion pre-money. I'm looking for you, Mark Cuban, to be in.
And then he would say, well, this is interesting, but how do I know it's real? And you say, we have signed an agreement with a government entity to commit to exploring the possibility of working together. Boom.
Fire. Yeah, we're like pretty much done. I mean, we pretty much have all the contracts.
Yeah.
We're committed to exploring with the U.S. government.
It's just such a wild mindset.
I don't know where this all ends. Like I think that's kind of the standard, but this defense stuff is crazy.
But that's the scary part. It's like, I'll tell you how it ends. Like if it doesn't change, we will lose. And whatever your definition of losing is, right?
Speaking Mandarin.
Yeah.
Technologically,
like I love democracy. Like democracy, I live here by choice, right?
Yeah.
I love America, but you can't deny that China is moving faster than us right now in a lot of ways, because they have technically trained people in decision-making standpoint. Decision-making.
China, they're very great people. They have very good manufacturing. They're doing it. Yeah. It's beautiful there. Shenzhen.
A lot of power.
So if you look at the geography of China, it's I had someone on the podcast probably like 20 episodes ago that was a Chinese expert, but we put up the map on Google Maps. So it's like, there's so many giant ass cities all along the coast of China, and all of them are just like massive, and they're crazy. When you like watch YouTube videos of like time lapse shorts of the Chinese cities,
yeah,
crazy.
Well, I'll share obviously for this stuff, we have facilities in the United States that manufacture it. Like we have a partner in New Jersey.
Yeah.
But for our consumer stuff, we've made stuff in Shenzhen. We've made it in the Philippines. We've made it in South Korea.
Oh my God, you're making shit in China, you dick.
Plastics mostly.
Yeah.
But here's what
honestly, China's awesome.
Here's what I'll say that I wish if I could have 3 wishes and make America one capability for manufacturing for America get better.
Yeah.
It would actually be more efficient and higher quality PCB fabrication and assembly. So people like prototyping in China, the quality is so much higher than I get from a lot of domestic fabs. We made a board and
they don't give you shit.
Yeah.
Like when you try to prototype in the US, they're like, "Oh, what's your quantities you're going to make?"
Yep.
And you're like,
they're slow.
You're like, "I'm going to make 2." And they're like, "Well, I'm kind of a badass, so I don't think we're going to make it for you."
Yep.
And we're just like, this happened to us when we were doing our early prototypes.
Yep.
And we're just like, "Well, why not?" They're like, "Well, you're not a big enough company." But in China, they'll just like do it for no reason. They'll just do it.
And
like, I'll do it.
It's fast and it's good.
Yeah, it's really, really, really sad.
There are a few really high quality ones in America, but it took me years to find them.
Yeah.
A lot. Like even like on those receivers, there's like traces on the circuit board that have to very specific tolerances. Otherwise the whole thing doesn't work. And looking at a lot of them under the microscope, we're like, these are garbage.
Oh, here we go. We got Ruth, you pulled up China here. Just zoom in on the coast there. For the listeners, we're looking at the map of China. Oh, wow. Okay. I want to go to Shanghai.
I've never been to China.
I've been only to the airport. I've only flown through. But I feel like having not been there, but just watching YouTube videos, it probably doesn't do it justice.
I assume so, yeah.
I really want to go to like kind of open my worldview up, but I'm pretty sure if I go now, they'll just like kill me.
Yeah, that's probably not a good place for us to go.
I mean, they'll be like, oh, wow, this is the drone ultimatum host. We got to fucking kill this guy.
You probably have an APB out on you.
I mean, maybe. Like, obviously, the number one defense podcast, they're like, well, we can't have this guy just talking about defense products all the time. Forget Bullfrog.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I think we'll capture him.
I wonder what they would name a ripoff of your product. So we did for our upcoming radar detector, the front of it it's like a Gorilla Glass product, but it's a cheaper version of Gorilla Glass. Yeah. They call it Panda Glass.
Oh, really?
It's just like, really?
Oh man, the pandas, right? Like the Biden, the Chinese took the pandas back.
Well, I was just
and then they got them back though.
I was just in DC, and I saw the pandas that were at the zoo there.
Yeah, I took my daughter. She's a 3-year-old. I took her to see the panda. She didn't really care, but I thought it was cool.
It was packed.
I was like, panda diplomacy. Here it is. We're but in Biden's probably like right after the midterms, he like lost all the pandas.
I think I remember something about that. I don't remember the specifics.
And I was like, oh my God, here we go. Biden's America losing the pandas. Which obviously it wasn't really his fault, but China just wanted their pandas back.
Yeah.
But then and then Trump got them back. Got the pandas back. Because we need these at our zoos.
Like, imagine waking up in the morning and like, that's your big.
I'm like, all right.
I got a problem today, guys.
And you're like, oh, here we're going to go. I'm going to golf at Mar-a-Lago and I'm going to get these pandas back.
And here's the thing. No one's going to be like, sir, that doesn't make sense.
No, because we, of course, deserve to see the pandas eating bamboo in the zoo.
Yeah.
And like my child deserves to see that. The pandas actually are pretty cool, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's a cool creature. And it's a big mainstay of the DC Zoo.
Yeah.
The DC Public Zoo, which is a free place to go. You can bring your kids and stuff. I don't know if you've ever been, but
yeah, I was just there last week.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I was literally I was in DC and I went to see them. So very good timing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, why?
So I missed my sister's graduation. She's a PhD.
In what?
Her graduation.
Is she in what?
She's doing. I'm going to butcher this. She's doing a specific subset of women's studies and sociology around the culture of like tabletop gaming and the communities that it can create.
What?
Yeah.
That is dumb.
I guarantee you I butchered it. It's actually not dumb, and I'll tell you why. Because the
PhD in it?
Well, think about it this way. Micro communities is really what it is, right? Yeah. Like communities are formed. It doesn't matter what they're formed around.
Okay.
And the dynamics within those communities can be seen at large in society. So like, even if you look at like some of the extremism stuff that goes on today, what's the difference between the dynamics in those communities online versus like a tabletop gaming one? Obviously they're around different things, but she's not studying the medium. She's studying the connections between those and how they process.
Does she go to Gen Con?
Like
Gen Con?
I'm not sure.
Gen Con is the world's largest board and card game convention.
I'm not sure, honestly.
Every year it's in Indianapolis. I usually go. I love Gen Con. I'm the 2013 Game of Thrones the card game national champion.
For real?
Yeah, pull that up. Pull 2013 Steven Simone Game of Thrones the card game.
Those are the best kind of facts when somebody tells you something and you're like, I can't tell if you're bullshitting me or not. Like, but that's why it's like awesome.
Hold up, you're gonna see. I have like a little beer gut here. Oh, this is great. I don't have it now. I'm obviously fit, super fit.
Ripped. Yeah.
You got it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, 2013 Game of Thrones the card game national champion, bro.
Why is that not? You should lead on that in your fundraising rounds.
So here we go. As you can see here, is me holding my trophy. I look great. Scroll down. I think there's like yeah. So this is I played this deck. I played this like the Game of Thrones, like the lore.
Yeah. I
played this Stark deck called this, and the agenda for my deck was the Siege of Winterfell.
Okay.
And it was a very, very like rushy deck. Like the strategy behind my deck was to win like super fast, like just rush it out.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, I was a rush deck. and I just fucking stomped everyone in this.
That's
tournament.
awesome.
Yeah, I'm a big competitive card game player.
That's very cool.
Yeah, we're playing next year in the Venetian in Vegas. We're going to the Star Wars Galactic Championships for Star Wars Unlimited.
One of the CEO of one of our contract manufacturing partners, actually the one that is going to be making some of these products for us, he is a huge board game investor in like indie board games and like micro card games and stuff. Yeah, it's a super interesting guy.
Yeah,
it's a passion money losing thing for him.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to do something that you love in life. I love the outlet of competitive card games. I just think like the whole meta game behind it, like building the deck, going to the tournament, preparing, is really fun. It's kind of like business, but in like a more self-contained format.
Yeah.
Business is a little bit more nonlinear, but the players are all there. There's all the board games and stuff. Yeah.
Did you ever do any like RTS games on computer?
Oh yeah,
old Age of Empires.
Commander. I mostly played a lot of like League of Legends.
Okay.
Legends, yeah. I was a support. I played support.
Gotcha.
Just like because I'm obviously the support guy.
Yeah, I never like got super into League of Legends, but I did a lot of the like more of like the Supreme Commander type RTSs. And...
Okay. Do you still play games?
I don't have time as much anymore but it kind of came down to
you should be getting rich.
Well, and also like I find that I can do two things really well, and the third thing sucks. So I cycle, but business is always there, and then it kind of cycles between like piano and like health. So like if I'm on a kick where I'm running a lot, I'll do less piano, or if I'm preparing for like a competition or a performance, I'll do more piano. But I can only really fit two things in.
Yeah, I've rationalized entrepreneurship, or I'm like, okay, I'm like obviously vaping. I'm totally like not that healthy. I'm building this company, and I'm like, once this company's done,
right,
then I'll get healthy.
Yeah.
And then once I'm healthy, then I'll finally be happy.
Yeah, I think one of the ways around that is I'll say, okay, if this is like a long-term thing, like I'll pick something that I can check, like just go hardcore at it and then check it off the list. And that frees up more mental space. So like if it is like a fitness thing, pick a goal, and then like even if it's crazy, just like hyper focus and get it done, and then you don't have to deal with like thinking about it anymore.
Yeah I think that's probably right. I just like,
but you can't do everything.
I don't know, I don't believe in like the work-life balance.
I hate to say it, it's not a thing.
I mean, if you're doing work-life balance, like I'm totally not investing. I'm out.
You're gonna lose. Like I shouldn't. I can't believe I just said that publicly.
You're gonna straight up.
You're gonna lose
because the competition is fierce. And
if me and you decide that we're gonna not do it, there's other people that will 100%.
And in the Game of Thrones, you win or you die.
Yep.
There is no middle ground. That's what they say in the books.
Do you ever like talk about that with your employees, or do you try to create the opposite where it's a comfortable space where they don't have to think about that?
Well, yeah,
like it ties down to their performance.
So no, it's a good point. I actually they shouldn't have to work as hard as me.
I agree completely.
Because the incentives aren't there. Like they don't own as much equity in the company.
Yep.
But obviously, like we want everyone to like grind it out. But you can't just like that's just you'd be a total dick if you were.
Well, I wasn't.
You better be 7 days a week grinding.
I wasn't talking about like the hourly balance, but more like the performance. Like when you're on the concept of like this is kind of a zero-sum game in some way.
Oh no, it's totally.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to. Like,
what's the Can you pull up the Frank Slootman book? Did you read the?
No, I don't think so.
Look at Frank Slootman book. Yeah, this is the founder of Snowflake.
Okay.
The database company. Totally savage founder. But the zero sum aspects it reminded me to bring that up. It's so true. Like it's not really zero sum in capitalism. Like they're growing
it's a weird thing.
But there is year to year it's zero sum.
And within niches.
Oh, this is it. Amp it up. Yeah, this book is I don't read a lot of nonfiction because I think nonfiction is totally bullshit. But this is actually one of the nonfiction books that I find to be very good. He is so hardcore, like one of the great CEOs. Because Snowflake, I mean, they're selling a commodity.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a database.
Yep.
I mean, Oracle's like, it's the same thing. They're like, no, it's not the same thing, bro. It's actually it's better at Snowflake. But he treats this as a war. Like Frank Slootman, he treats it, and he's like, he gets them to think it's war and that you're fighting for your lives,
Yeah.
and that it is zero sum. Because if you're buying Snowflake, you're not buying Oracle. It's like one or the other.
Well, and it's the thing that kind of like makes me not sleep at night is it's like our people have a really good work-life balance generally, right?
Oh wow, brag about it.
But when you're, well, I mean, I can't pay as much as he does probably for the hardware engineer, but I get a little freaked out because like people can get stuck doing something the same way and working hard, but like working hard is not enough. Like you need to be looking for those new tools and looking for new ways to do things because somebody is going to do it. Right?
Yeah.
And it's like trying to instill that in my people is like, it's okay to have a good work-life balance, but we can't just do things the same way over and over and over. We have to be continually pushing, right?
Yeah, to find some unique angles.
Yeah.
I think about this a lot with vibe coding, like with the whole like using the AI to code, and it's obviously totally garbage. But every couple of days, probably every 4 or 5 days, I wake up in a sweat, and I'm like, I gotta get my engineers using the AI to code. We're gonna get beat by the competitors because they're using AI to code. But then I'm like, oh, hold on, Steve, and it's fine. But like I talk myself into
Depends
oh my god,
is, right?
Yeah.
So have you like screwed with any of that stuff? Like have you messed with like Cloud Code and all the other ones?
So I'm the original vibe coder. Like
really?
Before vibe coding was a thing.
And the Game of Thrones card champion?
So man, I wrote the original front end like application for my last company at Bebop. Like I coded it. But I don't really know how programming works. I don't really get it.
What languages do you guys use?
I used to use we use Django for the Python, like back end. I wrote Python and then I wrote JavaScript in the front end. It was a web app. And I didn't really know how it really worked, but I like kind of read tutorials and I would just like I would just code until it compiled, until it worked. And like that's why the code was so bad. But I would make it work. And then Luke would be like, "This is horrible code," and I was like, "Well, the customer's using it, bro, so it must be pretty good." I don't know what you're saying.
But you can both be right about that, though. Yeah, that's the interesting thing.
Yeah, no, I mean, if the customer's using it, like it's kind of I have like aces in the hole, like I've got them.
Here's what I'll say about that. Like, I don't think where we are right now, like vibe coding cannot replace, especially when you start talking about like signal process, like high tech stuff, like you guys are doing, right? But like if I was a normal SaaS company, I'd be scared shitless right now.
Oh my God.
So I
totally
like just messing around with it. Like I canceled a subscription to so we spend a lot of money on Facebook ads, like $2 million a year. And for our Strikeman business. Yeah.
Damn.
And I canceled our it was a $3,000 a month business intelligence like application, a dashboard application. Because I was looking at it, I'm like, okay, it's just a wrapper. It's a wrapper on a database, like all these other SaaS applications.
Yeah.
So I was just like, this would be a funny thing to vibe code, and like it worked. And I was like, okay, it will break if I do any additional functionality besides this. But if you just want to be like, make me a GUI with drag and drop shit that references a big query database, and here's some custom SQL queries that I want buttons for.
Yeah,
that's what a lot of SaaS companies do. And I would be terrified if I was that.
Yeah, I mean,
like I think that fundraising is gonna pop. That bubble is gonna pop.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Like, I don't even know where it's gonna go. I mean, I had one of my venture capital investors like reach out and be like, Steve, it's crazy what you can do now with vibe coding. He's like, I'm building an app myself, and I was like, oh my God, why am I on this phone call right now?
Well, so that's the thing too. Like, you still need to know how to build software. Like somebody who's never built software can't tell AI what to do.
And usually when an investor calls you, you're like, okay, I got to answer some questions about the business, or I got to do something like serious here. No. He just called me to tell me that he's making an app. And he's like, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm making an app. It's sick, bro. And I'm like, what is this phone call right now?
Yeah.
I'm like trying to make you $1 billion. I'm like, can I go back to work or? Oh no, you're really cool. I like you. Yeah, good.
Well, he must view you as like the bastion of like his tech knowledge to like want to talk to you about that.
I mean, if that's not good, then I think that though it's only going to get better, and it will be very good. And so a lot of little apps will get made. With this, and
more complex stuff is harder though.
Yeah, and but I do think that it will. You can like prototype stuff and. It'll lower the barrier to entry for entrepreneurs that can't code.
And that's a really important thing, to be honest with
I
you.
think it is. I mean, more entrepreneurship is always better.
And like, what's the difference between, like, I mean, I kind of did the same thing with some really early code, like with Python, and also with a transport protocol called ZMQ, where I was just like, Stack Exchange, like Google help me, copy paste, like it got me where I needed to go to hire people to do it better. And I think compressing that time frame is an important thing for entrepreneurs.
Compressing the time frame, that's like some VC shit.
Well, I'm glad that we reached out for this session. Let's make sure.
Oh, yeah. By the way, we should
touch base later on.
One of my favorite. Do you know Nat Friedman? He's like the founder of, or he was a GitHub. He's like
he's not the one that just left Microsoft.
Yeah, he's doing. He like just left his VC fund to join Meta.
Okay.
He's like the put Nat Friedman. He is pretty famous in Silicon Valley. Like he's like a famous entrepreneur. He came to our shooting range like during the Series A. He flew on his private jet. Well, first of all, he was like, he messaged me, DM'd me. He was like, I want to come see it. And I was like, okay, yeah, just like come next month or whatever, bro. He said, no, I need to see it now. And I was like, okay, yeah, we can go out tomorrow, I guess. So he flies with his private jet with his team, lands like 20 minutes outside the range, rolls up to the range, and we shoot some drones or whatever. But then he goes to Luke and me and he's like, have you ever considered just doing this company faster? And I was like, oh no, we never considered that, bro. I'm like, what? No, wow.
Should we also make more money?
Yeah, it's like, do you ever consider getting this in Ukraine right now? Well, no, I never considered that.
The Ukraine thing is interesting with the whole drones, given that you are drone ultimatum. So like one of the early things that we started doing on our own dime, like we didn't have like a customer or an application for it. I wanted to prototype and see how well the machine learning models that we built for the like police radar discrimination worked on the CUAS space because it's hot right now. And so I started buying like all of these drones and testing, and it worked really well. But then I'm like, well, we got to get these drones. So it's been interesting, like making relationships as a company that doesn't have deep defense roots with individuals in Ukraine and individual companies in Ukraine directly to like get those pipelines to send us these drones. It's been really fun. And it's like, that's something that I'm so curious about how other companies do it. Like, do they do it like us where like we have to just go like find these people and then like become friends with them and then they give us the intel about what's happening? Or like, do you guys just have like contacts like through like more formal contacts that you get that kind of handed to you, you know? Because I'm just literally like talking to my friends that we made in Ukraine right now, and they're sending me these downed Russian drones that they capture.
I mean, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
You go up to his face, and I'm more of a physiognomy guy.
That guy does not look like the last guy.
Okay, so this is a famous entrepreneur. He's like a billionaire. He's famous for working on his newest company is actually looking for undersea shipwrecks to recover gold.
Oh, interesting.
Which actually is pretty badass. Like you're salvaging ships in the Marianas Trench or whatever. So he flies out. He has this vape. So I vape. No, it's horrible. And he has a billionaire's vape. I've never seen it before. I've never seen the brand. He's just vaping. And he's got like a special vape. And I was like, I need to get richer.
Can you imagine having so much money and the technical talent that you design? Like you just on a side project, you just walk downstairs to your guys and be like, listen, I need a vape that no one else has.
Yeah. And I want to also uncover a bunch of undersea shipwrecks. He's also doing, one of his guys is I forget what his name is. He was on the Doge team. It's like a little kid. I forget his name. Anyways, one of his teammates, like he has a bunch of like really smart kids that work for him. They are working on recovering and analyzing like lost ancient scroll text. So they have these old ancient scrolls that are like rolled up. You can't unroll them because it'll just break. And they've like used some like sort of like I don't know what the signal is, but they've like looked inside of it and tried to decode these scrolls.
That's interesting.
I don't know how they're doing it, but it's some sort of like radar, like radiation thing they're doing. But it's awesome.
But see, so like that's like I'm not gonna sit here and pitch this all day, but that's a really good example of how this could be used outside of defense too. So like let's say that you're like a researcher, right?
Yeah.
The problem with something like that, you get this theory where, hey, there's this type of radiation that I can deploy to this to do my job. You have to build all that hardware to do that.
Yeah.
If you could just buy this and then paying someone to just put your last mile on that card is like 30 grand. Building this with a front end sensor is like $1 million to $2 million. So I'm really hoping that type of applications too, even outside of the defense space, like if you're building something, but you just don't have the hardware, you can't afford the hardware, you can just kind of last mile it with a real easy to develop PCB, plug your sensor in, and you can reuse all of our user interface. You could reuse our buttons. You could reuse all that. It's really interesting to think about.
Yeah, it's a really versatile product.
I'm trying to make it that way.
Super modular, super versatile, social, mobile, local.
Blockchain, AI, RF.
Yeah. You throw in all those buzzwords and the DIU will give you a contract.
But I feel like FPGAs are kind of like the anti-buzzword though, because like when I mention that, people are like, "Whoa,
time out." Yeah, you're doing something different, bro. Yeah. FPGAs are they're like the redheaded stepchild of electrical engineering.
They're fascinating to me though.
They really are.
They're amazing.
Yeah, no, it's great.
You tell people like you can reprogram the hardware. They're like, so it's software? No, you're making your own hardware inside a chip. Their minds get blown by the law.
I mean, it's you don't see a lot of them in production, like for company, like even for startups. Yeah. This is you're like kind of
very unique.
Yeah, you're very unique in this. You see a lot of them in like college, like in just like the lab
and fighter planes and anything that has any kind of really high end receivers need. Like, you can't plug in a Jetson directly to a front. Like it can't do it. It's not what it's designed to do.
No.
Jetsons are awesome for like image processing and stuff like that.
Yeah. Are you using Jetsons?
We're not right now.
Yeah, you don't need
We just don't need to.
Yeah. I mean, who needs Jensen? Whatever, bro.
I do think it'd be really cool. Because there are some things that the Jetsons are going to be better for than this. It's just different tools. So this whole thing is actually USB power delivery powered. Like you could plug in like a battery pack.
Yeah.
So we built this to stack. So in the future, I could see us making the same form factor with like a Jetson in it and then just stacking it. So it's like, what do you want to do? It's like one control system. You want image acceleration. You want radar. You can kind of expand the system in a modular way.
What can you put the market cap of NVIDIA?
It's big.
It's like 4 trillion right now.
I think the technical word is big.
Oh, big. Yeah. I mean, there's actually a good test on there on my part. We're testing Ruthie. Should get the market. Oh wow. She's laughing over there. All right.
They're almost as big as me and you.
$4 trillion. $4.3 trillion.
I remember.
Can I get some of that action?
It's dumb.
It's crazy. I don't think people can even fathom $1 trillion, It's like what? 1,000 billion?
I think about it sometimes, and it's like you hear all these arguments like it's disconnected from fundamentals, but like maybe the fundamentals just changed. Like maybe the fundamentals aren't what we think they are.
No, I mean it's definitely like really highly scrutinized, obviously. So it's an accurate valuation, I would assume.
Well, and it's just interesting too because even though I don't use NVIDIA stuff in deployment because FPGAs are better for like what we do for even for the AI stuff, inferencing small data sets, but I still use their shit to train my AI, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I've got GPUs. It's interesting.
I think that they are. I mean, I wouldn't buy it now at 4.3 trillion.
I kept telling myself that forever.
But I mean, maybe there's room to run. I mean, I have no idea.
I have no idea.
It's like hard to even fathom these kind of numbers. Like,
and I know a lot of people that have made a lot of money off.
Yeah, I fucking suck. We should have literally taken our whole seed round and put it in NVIDIA like 2 years ago.
It's like the FedEx guy, like the famous story, gambled it, put it on black or something, his last 50K.
Yeah, I could see myself doing that. I'm like, all right, we're down and out here, boys.
For VCs listening, I absolutely would not do that.
No, for VC, I would do it. I mean, I'm going to double your money. I'm going to double up and then let it ride. Like the South Park episode where they're like playing the Indian reservation. Have you seen that? And he's like, Randy's like, you don't get it, Stan. You have to keep playing when you win. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, trillions of dollars of market capitalization is crazy. Really like if you have $1 trillion company someday, you won't even talk to me. You won't come on the ultimatum.
But like, first of all, I'm going to hold you to that.
Yeah. You'll come on the ultimatum when you're $1 trillion company.
That would be so funny.
I mean, that'll be awesome. That'll be my richest guest.
And if your company becomes $1 trillion company, you have to have me on the podcast just because. You'd be like, I promise this freaking dude that if I was $1 trillion company.
I mean, I could see, I don't know, $1 trillion defense company. I'm not sure if they can get there. It's not the kind of company, you know. I mean, I think tens of billions, 100 billion. I don't know if trillions.
I would agree with you.
Yeah, it doesn't lend itself to that really.
When it comes to a company like NVIDIA with kind of the domination that they have in AI training, it almost, to me, like the biggest risk is not if it's worth it. It's just like, is there going to be some other seismic random new thing that comes up and is more efficient, right? Because their moat is ridiculous right now. But like, what if somebody just, I mean, like you got to figure that every company eventually comes back to earth, right?
Yeah.
So, no.
Or you think like, I don't know. It's really hard to be an NVIDIA competitor though.
It would have to be like
there's a lot of these startups that are doing it. They're like,
yeah.
oh, we just do better than the GPU, bro. We like use organic. You've seen these things that are like extropic or something?
I haven't seen that.
No. Well, it's dumb. So good.
I'll take your word for it.
Well, I mean, there's all these people that make a better chip than NVIDIA.
Easier said than done.
That's our company. Our company is that we're just basically like kind of a better NVIDIA. And I always like, I'm pretty skeptical of those.
Yeah.
Because you know what goes into making this shit.
Like, it's I can't. And
look at this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just.
And this is way simpler than an NVIDIA.
The die of it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so like, I don't know. I just think it's kind of a big moat.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
It would have to be something like totally insane, like some quantum bullshit or something like that.
Yeah.
Like it has to be like a paradigm change.
I like the quantum like people that are like, oh my God, quantum's finally here and now Bitcoin's totally screwed. Yeah. I don't really do you do much crypto stuff?
I don't actively do it, but I had a lot of Bitcoin when I was in college and I sold it for pizza and beer.
Yeah, everyone has the stories of like Luke and I used it to buy Mario Party.
I'm so glad that I'm not the only asshole that did that. Yeah.
Well, Luke actually, I remember in 2009 or 10, he came into my cubicle. He was like, I'm mining Bitcoin in my apartment. You should do it too.
Yep, that's exactly what I did.
And I go, this is so stupid. I would never do that. I'm going to go out to the bars and like hang out.
That's how you get money for the bars.
Yeah, I wasn't really thinking clearly at the time. You know, like I didn't know what he was talking about. And I was kind of dumb about it.
But see, this is where I just take things to the extreme. So like when I saw this concept that like I could mine money in my apartment, it was small amounts, right? But
yeah.
It's still like, I was like, oh, this is awesome. I was like, I should. And then I saw everybody online, like all these, like once I heard people started being like, oh, how do I mine it? I was like, there's a bunch of people that don't know how to build a computer that will overpay massively for a Bitcoin mining computer.
Yeah.
So I started like a business selling Bitcoin mining computers, like pre-configured on eBay for extra money. And like I made more money from that than I did from the actual Bitcoin.
I mean, picks and shovels, baby.
Yeah.
Picks and shovels. Well, I think that's really smart. I mean, it shows your entrepreneurial spirit.
But then I sold my Bitcoin.
So you could have just bought Bitcoin and done nothing.
Yeah. Like if I had just, yeah, it's funny.
Wow, you make yourself look like a real asshole.
I am a real asshole. I don't have to work at that, man. It just comes out.
I mean, yeah. It's just everyone has these stories because like no one has the foresight to be like, I'm going to hold this for.
It's exactly.
Yeah, you know, like it's like anything. Like if
every business pivots, like
if you buy a stock and it goes up 5x, you're probably selling.
Yeah.
Even though you can let it ride, if it goes 500x, like no one does that though. They usually just like kind of sell at the like first inflection point where they can get
totally.
But yeah, I really want to go public, like ASAP.
You want to go public?
Yeah.
Really?
That's my plan. I'm going public, like by June. Yeah. I've just broke it on the ultimatum.
I think you're shitting me right now.
I'm not shitting you. No, this is real. Listen, in business, when everyone is looking right, you go left. And what are people doing right now? They're staying private forever.
Why don't you do a SPAC?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
probably Chamas. Everyone's staying private. Stripe, Andrew, they're all private. But a founder, you know, like let's say I wanted to buy your company. You can't trust my private stock. Maybe like, I don't know.
No, I get what you're saying now.
So now I'm just like, look, you don't trust shit. Like, look, retail loves this. And it's public. So when I buy your company, you're like, oh, you can just sell the stock day one, bro.
But that's a lot of the drone companies did that, right? I think there's a couple of public drone companies. I don't remember.
Are they?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there are a couple.
Red Cat's not.
Red Cat.
Are they public?
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess that's one of the teal drones. Obviously in the lawsuit now. Turmoil. You want to tailgate it with us? I fucking love that. I love Vector so much. The LinkedIn posts are just totally heinous. Like,
well, it's funny. Like, I hadn't been following that super closely, and so I started looking into it after you mentioned it, and I was like, this is a wild thing.
oh, it's an amazing story.
Yeah.
It's like classic tech warfare. I again, where I side on it, I said on the last podcast with Pat, I'm kind of in Vector's camp though. Like,
yeah,
Red Cat's crying. Oh my God, we never would have suspected that they would take the hammer. We would have never have thought they would do something like this to us. It's very whiny.
And in the space that you guys play, like, what are you guys like in defense? Like, yes, it's collaborative to some extent, but like, what's your big concern about like that happening? Like, is it something I'm losing talent? Is it a non-enforcement?
Wait, is someone leaving the company and starting a competitor?
Yeah, like that. Like,
that would never happen. No one leaves me,
yeah,
bro.
That's a good solution.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah, no one leaves me. Come on. No one ever quit my company. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm not. Okay, my ex-wife would say that it's because I only hire losers. Because
that's not fair.
She's savage. I know. I was like, that's not even true. Like, my team is so sick. Like, but she'd be like, yeah, no one quits because it's not good enough. Classic Caitlin shit right there. Yeah. I love her for that, honestly. It's like pretty funny, like, to think about. She's real brutal.
What's it been like for you guys, like growing your team and finding the technical talent? You've got a decent amount of it down here, right?
I think Austin is a pretty good place for talent. Like, I think that it's not as good as like LA or like San Francisco or New York in general. There's like less density. Obviously, it's a small town here. I mean, it's a big city, but yeah, it's a small town vibe. But there are a lot of people that will move here.
Yeah.
Like, so we're not having that much trouble. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. That's. I have to pay some probably.
No one's coming to Cincinnati though, bro.
I hate to say it, yeah. But you can't just be like, but we have like this weird chili on hot dogs. Like, you should come here.
Oh, I hate the Cincinnati like chili hot dog thing.
Yeah, this is gonna get me banned in Ohio.
No, I don't know. No one actually likes that.
I don't mind it on the hot dogs, but this on the spaghetti.
The spaghetti is so gross.
Get out of here.
And like, you go to like the Bengals games and they're all eating these things.
I do go to the
Skyline. Yeah. You go to Bengals games?
Yeah.
You a big Joe Burrow fan?
I am. I like him.
Joe Burrow and Joey B.
He's weird enough to be interesting.
I don't know how good he is, really. He has like the two best receivers. Well, did they keep the other one, the other guy?
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
They could afford that?
Apparently.
For one more season.
Yeah. Maybe they'll have to raise a Series A to keep it going. But
what's his name? So they have, what are their names?
They got T. Higgins, the guy you're thinking of, and then Jamar Chase.
Yeah. So like Higgins really is value town. He's so good. And like, I don't know. It's just like, I think they can only sustain one more year of that. I'm pretty sure 2 more years, something like.
It'll be interesting down the road.
They franchised one of them, right?
It was funny because like I didn't like grow up huge into football. I played baseball growing up.
Yeah.
But I bought season tickets as a way to like force myself to like take time from work and spend some time like with my dad.
Yeah.
And who also was like not into football. And then you do it enough and you're like, oh, I kind of like it now. You know, it's a really cool thing.
Yeah, no, I mean, I like, it's very, I love watching NFL. I mean, I like watching NFL, college football. I'm ready for the season to come back. It's also great for sales. You know, you got to stay up on it. So you can talk shop.
See the game last night? Yeah.
See the game. You know, don't worry about buying Bullfrog. We'll just talk about the game, bro.
Yeah.
That's actually my role in the company.
Yeah.
So like, my role is to like talk about the game.
The game. That's just be your title.
Yeah, just talk about it. You know, I got the Raven. I'm a Ravens fan.
Oh, cool. This
is their year. This is the year the
Ravens got a good team.
The Ravens will win the Super Bowl this year.
I would not doubt it, unfortunately.
100%. I think Harbaugh is ready to get one more and retire. And then we got, you know, Lamar's not going to get hurt maybe. And yeah, we'll just do it.
So you're good at it. You can talk about the game.
I mean, I'm basically, it's
I'll
basically Barstool Sports.
I'll take a Bullfrog. Yeah.
This is basically Barstool Sports. Like I'm the guy. What's his name? The guy like
Portnoy.
Portnoy. Yeah. I'm Dave Portnoy. And I'm like basically the same body type. I mean, Almost.
Almost, yeah. I
yeah.
think we should agree to explore if we're the same body type as Portnoy.
I think I like that. This guy's comparing his body type to you. Oh, there he is. I mean, that looks like me. I'm as good looking as him.
I'm not.
Didn't he do he bought his company back?
I think he did.
That's like so based. Like,
I always love stories like that. Like, I don't know, like in his, like what the circumstances were.
It'd be the equivalent of me buying Bebot back from DoorDash, making it successful, and then reselling it.
One of my friends did that with a trade show company that he owned. Like, he sold it, he made a good exit off of it.
Yeah.
And then they fucked the whole thing up, and like he bought it back for like 1/10 of what he sold it.
And then did it again?
Built it up again. Yeah.
Yeah, because the companies are the founders.
People are what matters. Like, I always tell people, a company is literally just a collection of people.
Yeah.
That's what a company is. And you have the wrong people, and it's going to fuck everything up.
Yeah, for sure. Any more plugs for the company real quick before we roll? Because this has been a pretty good pod, but...
No, I mean, I think I would just say that our biggest advantages, besides being like the turnkey, really engineering everything, is that our pricing is insane because these expensive components, I'm buying them in consumer volumes and putting them at Best Buy. So we, like, this particular product hasn't launched yet.
Yeah.
We're one of the Xilinx's like top 15 customers in the Midwest. And it hasn't launched yet just because of the consumer side. So it's a super interesting business model of continual improvement, continue driving costs down. And I want to build attributably priced systems that deliver advanced capabilities that help people understand the spectrum better.
I mean, right there it is, John. And that's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, man.
Fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.